Hello, everyone. I'm going to keep this short and sweet for you today just because this is like the fourth or fifth topic I have worked on, kind of worked through, and just not really finding what I'm really gunning for or really want. Kind of be interesting and not be kind of boring. A few topics I picked. This is the one I think could kind of be very interesting in the next couple of years. I think when the new president gets in, I think there will be some additions and kind of changes made, or maybe even allowed. So I'm talking about assisted suicide with the help of a physician. So basically, what that means is that you would how the death penalty is set up, where you get euthanized as a death penalty. This would be allowed as a allowed act, kind of helped by Jack Kevorkian. Kind of did it as Van. That's kind of where it all kind of started. He was helping people die with terminal illness, kill themselves with terminal illness under assisted suicide by a doctor. So some of the pros it could talked about is insurance companies that they would cover under a percentage under terminal illnesses. By doing this, it would help save on the healthcare standpoint of it would shorten the cost of in-home care where you have maybe hospice coming in every day, around the clock nursing staff. You have a patient care person come in and do baths, set up food plans, do tube feed changing, IV, stuff like that. Some people say you're paying into insurance anyway. Why not allow this? They're getting their money either way, whether they're paying for you to have 30 months of chemo and radiation or one injection. With injections only costing around $50 to $100, a little bit more depending on what kind of drugs you were to pick from. There's some that make it pretty much instant. You don't remember a single thing. There's some where you slowly kind of go into a twilight zone and then pass away. And there's also some where you're kind of awake and you can feel your heart kind of stop, organs shut down, stuff like that. The con side of the whole insurance thing is why would you pay for that but not for other things, such as maybe some experimental drugs that the insurance company will not cover. Why are you going to allow people to kill themselves under getting paid partial of it, but you will not allow experimental drugs that may save the person from brain cancer, stuff like that. And studies have shown that there is no difference if you allow people to purchase the drugs and do the procedures from the insurance standpoint as if you don't. There's not really money savings for the insurance company. And also, how would you regulate who can do it and who can't? So, how do you know a terminal illness of brain cancer that's metastasized compared to, maybe just a simple blood infection? How can you justify that? Cons is other people are still paying for you to have this all done while you're not really helping out society, I guess. The church's view has kind of always been brought up by the Catholics of the right to life movement, where kind of going back to abortion, stuff like that, where you have the right to choose life and it's your choice what you want, what you don't want. Morally, if you look in the church, they say don't kill yourselves, live for purpose, live for God, blah, stuff like that. So in Oregon in around 1997, there was a thing done where Oregon enacted the Die with Dignity Act, which allowed terminally ill people in Oregon to end their lives with self-administered lethal medicine if it was prescribed by a physician for that purpose. My personal belief is that it's your life. You can do what you want with it. It's not always the right thing to do, right thing to say, but it's kind of how it is. Um, if you were to do this, you kind of have to look at what the whole terminal ill, what are appropriate and what's not. Like I said before, is it appropriate that you have, metastasized brain cancer versus a stub toe? Kind of look at that. And then there's also talked about there needs to be certain requirements, which could be you have to meet with 3 doctors and get 3 hours of approval based off the diagnosis. So you couldn't get one doctor saying, okay, you have pancreatic cancer, one doctor saying, okay, you have a tumor on the back of your leg, and one doctor saying, okay, you have high blood sugar. It has to be something that correlates to the same thing all together, I guess I should say. Another thing is just to let people die with dignity. You can't, tie people down to a hospice bed and say, you know what, you have to suffer for the next 3 months until you die because this is how life is. That's not really morally correct, ethically correct, I would say. Another thing is their benefit, people say, is oddly enough, it keeps funeral homes in business. People have to die, people have to go somewhere when they die, so it kind of helps the funeral business. Take it for what it's worth. I need to do a lot more research on this just because, like I said, I changed my topic a couple times and definitely need to figure more stuff out. So I'll be working on this and hope everybody else's speeches are going good. Have a good day.